Sup, you fools! It's Matt, ESC United. We're here in the press center. The results are known. Semi-final 2. 10 qualifiers. Lots of happy people, lots of sad people, but that's how it goes, right? So we're here. We're still all recovering from this. You thought like last time was super nerve-wracking. This was like from the beginning. It's some surprise qualifiers. So let's talk this through. Let's talk about who first. Let's go through the list actually, and talk about the songs, surprises, who qualified, who didn't. Norway, first one through. Not the first one announced, but you know they're through.
Yes.
No shockers here.
As
right?
expected.
They were like once they were like, yeah, we get it, you're through. Romania, the humans are out. The first
I'm a little bit surprised about that.
Do you have any
They did a
predictions?
really good
Right?
performance today, yeah.
They really had a good, and even yesterday they really had a really good performance. So yeah.
Yeah, but the song itself, I guess, just wasn't enough to really carry it through. That's what it ultimately comes down to, and that is what happened. They were like considered a borderline qualifier because they were like 10, 11, and it just wasn't enough. So we had a lot of. This year was huge as far as like qualification records are concerned. Several countries lost their flawless record, and Romania is one of them. But that's how the cookie crumbles, right? Who else is there? Serbia, third song of the night.
That's the
First
biggest
one to be
surprise.
announced.
Big
Surprise! That was a big surprise for me.
Well, the thing was like, okay, somebody's missing out, obviously, because of that, right? Not saying they didn't deserve it, but I'm saying this was not expected.
Many people on my Facebook really liked Serbia, really liked their performance. So that's what makes it going through.
Also, as we talked about, if there would be, one Balkan song in it, it would be probably.
No,
be
and that's a very good point.
Montenegro.
But I thought that it would be Montenegro that's going to go through over Serbia, only because it felt melodically it was a little bit more in a comfort zone, for people. But it was Serbia. It was Serbia, and if they're qualified, they deserve. But that was the biggest surprise. Denmark is through.
Denmark is through.
You were quite relieved by it.
I was
Were you
quite.
worried?
I was quite relieved because, having been a judge on television, having chosen it, they might change the format of a jury. So I feel pretty safe, and I would know there would be a lot of backdraft upon me.
Yes.
If Denmark wouldn't be in the final.
Oh,
so
they're like, that's
on a personal note. But I also,
You chose that song.
yeah, I would get more hate. So I'm happy. It is a good song, a great performance. He did a great performance tonight.
Interesting enough, the first 5 songs, 3 of them qualified. So, early songs definitely did pretty well here. Although it did not work for Russia. Russia did not qualify for the very first time. Everyone says Russia will always qualify, even if they just send somebody reading the phone book, right?
Well,
I guess they've been proven wrong. Now the question is it just because of the song, or you would think because the song was not there and they didn't have enough friends?
It was the song and the performance. I don't buy the whole they didn't have friends kind of argument, because I think even if they did have a couple more of countries that would look after Russia there, I couldn't have seen them going through. It wasn't good enough.
Yes.
Unfortunately, and in a way, I am kind of glad. Not that I wish any ill on any artists or any performers or any countries, but it just proves that in Eurovision you've got to bring your A game, and even a country like Russia, who seem to have like they're invincible and have an infallible record in Eurovision, even they can make mistakes.
Yeah.
And the question is, we will have the Big Six next year?
Oh, now because initially they were saying, I think we heard that they were supposed to be offered a top Big Six status, and they declined because they're.
Well, I think they pay more than Spain.
I think that may not be as simple because
You can never say never.
That is true. I'm not saying never. Anyway, so what else is next? Moldova became a favorite after we discovered what the staging was going to be. Like, any surprises here that they went through?
No. Fantastic.
they were sailing.
They
were
belong.
good
It's
for
going to
the
be
final.
so much fun having
They were
them.
good for the final.
Song number 8, the Netherlands. Last one to be announced. Anyone? Who are fans of Netherlands on our team?
I like it.
I like it, but
I'm the only one who loves it.
I loved it. I loved it, but I had
You are?
not predicted it.
Yeah, I know. I'm the only one talking about it. So I was sweating bullets here. for many different reasons, because I felt so bad if Waylon wouldn't have made it and the media would have gone after him saying, "It's because of your staging, blah, 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 blah." So I am so thrilled that he made it through.
In that sense, I'm relieved. I mean, I thought it would go through.
Yes.
But during the results, as you saw, there was a couple of shockers there. I expected the Netherlands to be out.
Yes.
So I'm quite glad that that.
I'm glad they're in. Yeah,
they're in. So yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I was expecting at the end. I did think it was going to be Poland, but
yeah,
we'll
that
get
was.
back to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But no, I see in the chat people going like, Poland, what?
Yeah.
And Australia is through after some uncertainties. Effa loves the song.
I'm so relieved that I finally can see Jessica can sing. Finally, after
Did you like what she did this performance? Where people do the shouting thing and like, we are.
Yes, I quite liked it because I knew that she got a trauma.
Yeah.
Which is really important for her voice, and she couldn't push it well. She couldn't push it so bad, but she did. She made it up. So I'm so happy for Australia. It was a great performance. Than the rehearsals.
Yeah. To me personally, I didn't like the whole let's sing all like hey. I'm like it's really taking me out the moment. But in case you guys don't know, on the Eurovision app you can use that light thing where how much you like a song from 1 to 12, and then the average then will be displayed in a color on those buildings in Lisbon, and it went really red and purple, which is good. So people really seemed to like it. So anybody else surprised, relieved?
I'm surprised because I thought it was awful.
Oh, really?
To be honest, the performance, I thought it was
It was 50-50.
The energy was there, and it was really powerful. And I think the crowd did enjoy it, but I just thought it was just all over the place.
Yes.
It just seemed like she had no control of the performance of what she was doing.
That's what.
Whether she got carried away in the moment and just took it a little bit too far for me, I don't know.
To me too, but I guess it worked for people or the juries. We don't know yet, right?
I think that she wasn't as confident vocally.
Yeah.
And she sounded a bit shaky, and to me, I think that she's been a performance that has dipped a bit for me over the last days.
It was a clever way of containing her voice and making sure she's okay, maybe for a potential final. But I don't know. I didn't really like the angle that she took it.
Yeah, personally I wasn't, but hey, she did it, and that's what matters in the end, right? Yeah. That's all the end result, which is interesting. So this was the first half, and we have 6 qualifiers once again from the first half.
Just like people still look forward to the second half in the final.
Yes, they're all
strange.
Well, the difference is though there are more songs in the finals. The more songs you have, the more difficult it becomes.
But then the last few winners have come from the first half.
But it's in the finals. It matters more if you're gonna win or not. Here you're just like, okay, I don't care. As long as I'm 10, I'm okay, right? But in the finals, you want to get the highest possible result. But yeah, it is true that several winners came from the first half. However, they were also put closer to the end of the first half every single time. The last time we had a winner from song 9 or before, when was that? 2003?
What was Salvador last year? He was quite
10 or 11, something like that. Between 10 and 12, I forgot.
I feel like he was probably song number 9 last year.
I don't think he was song number 9. I would have to look it up.
He was quite early on.
He wasn't that early though. They put him closer to the end of the first half for sure. Georgia, first song off the half. Everyone knows I love Georgia. I knew it wasn't going to happen. Anyone else?
I was hoping for them. I was really, at one point I thought it can still happen. While there was still some, but hey.
I looked also at the colors. Nobody was really going for Georgia. No. So
but when Serbia qualified, that was game over for Georgia.
The what?
When Serbia qualified, that was already game over for Georgia.
Well, I thought it was. You said Slovenia. You said Slovenia is the.
Also Slovenia. Yeah.
But Slovenia is through.
True.
So technically you were wrong about that one. Yes, that is true. Who was next? I actually cancelled out of it. Oh, here we are. Poland. All 6 of us.
Yeah.
We all said Poland is through, and yet most of us said after watching the performance, that we made our predictions before it actually happened. So would anyone have changed their predictions after watching the performance?
No.
I
would still think they've qualified.
I found it so
Me
funny.
too.
I thought
it seemed like solid. I mean, we were all agreeing on it.
No, I mean, I thought it was a terrible performance. I mean, he was off key obviously the entire time and didn't hit the notes. That being said, I thought that the televoters would be more forgiving, because it may not be because it is a fun song. but the fact it did not go through, that's probably, I think we also like, who would be the biggest surprise of non-qualifier?
Yeah,
It's this
Poland.
It's Poland, right?
Yeah, we quite agreed on it. So
And I feel
all
so
of us,
bad because
yeah.
I told all my Polish friends, "You'll be fine. You're going to go through."
Yeah.
And
See
then
you in
I
the
saw,
final.
but then I saw the performances, and I'm like, "Oh." And I looked at the betting odds, and Poland kept dropping.
Yep.
Yeah, they were like in 9th place in the end.
I think it comes down to the fact that with this type of song, it can be really difficult to stage it, and we've seen it in like national finals with similar songs that just haven't worked out how to get the energy up on. I think it's something you have to maybe be in the crowd for.
That's
You
one of
can't
the,
really
which I
watch on
kind of
TV.
did, but there need to be more energy, and I said it during the rehearsal clips.
Yeah.
And now people are really need dancers for this song. You need dancers. The backup singer should have moved around more rather than just doing.
Yeah, it seemed like lackluster.
Lackluster energy, and I pointed out during the rehearsals, and people got on my, got on me like, well, you don't
But
always
it's true. We talk, that
Yeah.
there was no energy from them.
Yes.
When they have such an upbeat song.
Yes, absolutely. And who is next on the list? Malta. Fernando, I know we have to talk to you first as a
Why?
Maltese because you're
Yeah.
from Malta.
It was always a borderline qualifier.
Yes.
Odds gave it 10th just last minute, and I told you it should at least stay 11th or 12th.
Yeah, because now she's not considered a sure a potential qualifier. Do you think that's going to be like? What was the vibe like in Malta? You think people will be just okay with it? They kind of expected it, or they're going to be
People
like
in Malta are
outraged?
50-50 about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's Eurovision. We got used to the game. It's a game at the end
Yes.
of the day. She gave the best performance she could. Then it's up to the people. People didn't want it in the final.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well,
tomorrow. It's another
at least
day.
we're
so-
assuming that could have been that the juries didn't like it. So we have to be careful.
Yes.
But any other thoughts on Malta? Anything?
I just thought on the whole performance with Malta, I think the pyros and everything, it can look a little bit messy on stage.
Yeah, it
and
became
that's
too
my
much.
only concern is that people probably just thought, well, this just looks all over the place. But
Yeah.
the people might have enjoyed it. It might have been the juries. We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
This
I
is the
think-
difficulty with
yeah.
trying to like sort of do an obituary basically for some countries.
I
Because
think the message
don't
got
really know.
the message got through by staging, but maybe
Who knows?
Yeah, television viewers. I
But
think- but she delivered her best vocal delivery,
Yes.
in my
Fine.
opinion.
yeah. So next up, and the entire team is very upset that it qualified, Hungary. I'm kidding. I think most of us are very, very
Yeah.
thrilled,
I think you'll
especially
see
this
that in
young
the
man
video,
behind me.
yeah.
So come on, tell me, Sean, your
I'm
thoughts.
so happy that Hungary are through because it's a victory for diversity, it's a victory for alternative music, and it's a victory for Eurovision.
It's an
overall.
encouragement for
It was-
people, yes.
It was a fantastic performance. They've got a really good energy. They brought their A game today, and I just love their whole demeanour about the whole contest. They're sort of taking it as a bit of fun, but they also have a seriousness about it. They want to do well, but they're just not showing it. And I think that, I'm so happy that all of Europe will get to see this on Saturday, and sky's the limit. I've seen that the odds are shortening on this. You never know. This could be a dark horse.
Yeah, can
I
somebody
would
check
hope
the
so.
odds, how they're changing? Just
Yeah.
bring it up.
I would really
If
hope
I know
so.
you are not like a big Hungary fan, this is not your music. Were you surprised seeing
You're
going
gonna
through?
lynch me, but I love the song. I love the song right now because I started to listen it.
No, I'm
and
glad you won us
hated it.
over. You
I
hated
hated it, but I gave a
They won you over.
chance.
You were open-minded. That's what we want.
I pushed myself, and I texted as my, I wrote it as my qualifiers before
Yes.
the semi-final.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy. As
So
well.
see, that one team United is united when it comes to
Yeah.
Hungary. That's not,
Rock on.
With regards to the odds, there are many countries who are losing and there are those who are winning. For example, Norway lost its second place and came down to fifth.
50. Yes, Norway dropped quite a bit, right?
However, Germany is going up.
Yeah.
It's
Who the
at
other
7th at the moment.
semifinals? Like
From semi-final to
Moldova. It's kind of at 14th. Hungary's going up a little,
Up,
15th.
yeah.
So there
Denmark
is a few
is-
changes, and it'll probably change over the next few minutes or
Yes.
so. And again, it's not that much. Next up, it is Latvia. Interesting enough, nobody on the team thought it was going to qualify. We were right, not because it's a bad song, but because it's a likable song, and to a lot of people, not lovable. Like that love was never really like a thing with that song.
Throughout the whole sort of season, I saw a lot of people who did appreciate Latvia, but I never saw anyone who really had it in their top three, that they loved it and they really
Yes.
wanted it to, they were like, oh, I'd Latvia to win. I didn't really see much of that, and I think that's just its downfall. It's a nice, pleasant song to listen to. It's really good when you watch it live, but I think it didn't really help coming after Hungary. Either,
Yes.
Yes,
I think,
that
'cause
was
the
it.
energy was still quite up from that performance, and everyone it brought down the vibe a little bit.
She got squeezed in between Hungary and Sweden,
She got a
you
little bit
simply
lost it.
and you simply forget to vote for her
Yeah.
because you were like on a high, and then all of a
Yes.
sudden, oh, Sweden is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was classy. It's a good
Yeah.
song. If you like it, we'll always have it. You know, for us, it's not like it's gone.
Yeah.
Just didn't qualify. Sweden, Benjamin Ingrosso. I think that one was the most obvious one out of all of them.
Yeah.
There's not much to add. They're going to go through. I know they were actually passing Norway now in the betting odds, so watch out.
Actually, now
Going back to
Norway-
Scandinavia.
Oh,
most
God,
most
we can't
impressive
afford
thing
it.
about this, to me, is that I am surprised how shocked Swedish Eurovision contestants still are when
Yeah.
they qualify, because I feel like surely they must know. Even like I know they stay humble, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that, and I'm actually glad that he's like that. But it's just like when you watch him like nearly like sort of passing out and excited, it's just like surely you must know that Sweden generally have quite a good chance with the staging and the song.
They also
You know what
have
I'm
that
saying?
Anna Bergendahl
Yeah,
effect.
that was before they had their like sort of renaissance.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
was,
true.
That was when Sweden kind of weren't.
That kind
really
of,
doing the
that's
right
when they
thing.
flipped around after
Yeah.
Anna Bergendahl. That's
Yeah,
when
because then they went popular, and then it was just up from there.
my poor Montenegro is
Oh,
out. I
God.
predicted it to go out, but I was really hoping that this would be the Balkan ballot that goes through. It did not happen. Anyone else? Sad.
I
I'm
love
sad
it.
for him
yeah.
because he seems like such a lovely guy, and I'm sure he has worked very hard. Well, I know that the delegation have worked very hard on this one, so I do feel really sorry for them. But it's just a tough one. It's
I think he was pitch perfect. The only place where I could point on him, and it's not very fair of me to say, it's really not fair. But I feel that when I see him, he lacks a bit of star quality.
No, that's exactly.
mean,
it is. He doesn't have the charisma like really stage presence.
Yeah,
I get
the
that.
stage presence. It's
Yes.
you know, if I would see him here in the press center, he could be anyone.
Yeah.
He's a bit anonymous.
Yes.
But vocally, wow, he's pitch perfect.
Yes. So, sadly, Montenegro, as
No.
expected, didn't qualify yet. I'm still devastated over it.
My heart is bleeding.
But
yeah.
on the other hand, Hrala yay. Slovenia is through.
Slovenia.
Anyone not happy about that?
So
Happy.
no,
I-
I'm happy.
Vala,
I
yeah.
so happy.
I think
I thought back to when you watched it before. My favourite bit is when the technical issue goes on.
Yeah.
And it just cut to a lady in the audience, and she was just like,
Yeah.
"What's going
yeah,
on?"
well, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
"Yes, it's worked." I
That
was
won
so
the
happy
vote.
for
That
yeah.
won the vote.
yes.
A lot of vote.
It was climbing in the odds quickly, even though it wasn't enough to go back in the top 10 because people didn't have time. But I knew there was something. I was just worried that the juries would be like, no, that's not going to happen. That was my biggest fear. I knew, or I was almost certain that Slovenia would be in the top 10 of the televoters.
I wasn't sure about the song at all before we came here, but as soon as I saw her performance in the rehearsals, I was like, okay, she's good to go.
Yes. There seemed to be a very genuine positive reaction here in the press center as well when she qualified. So I think overall it was a very good evening for Slovenia. Glad to have them back. The last time they qualified was in 2015, so I mean it wasn't that long ago, but after 2 non-qualifications, it's nice to have them back. The press conference is going to start soon. And last of the night,
Yeah,
Ukraine,
Ukraine.
another fairly expected qualification, except for Chris. No kidding.
I did redo my top 10 today.
Yes.
But hey, it's there. I didn't put him in.
You put it in there.
But I'm super happy.
Yes.
Extremely happy.
Extremely happy.
He belongs there.
So another interesting results. Now we have our 26 finalists. In a few hours we'll know the running order too. Well, first we have to wait for the half they're gonna go into.
Wow.
I'm sure
Isn't
they
that
are
great?
drafting.
Where's this gonna go? Because there's so many candidates, really.
I know. If anyone has any questions, feel free to post them. I'm gonna look at them and we're gonna answer them. So we are not in the final for the first time. Flavio said Romania. I know, it sucks. I think most people, except for Ukraine now, have been through that. So it does. It's a weird feeling, and it sucks, but it's part of the competition, right? Unless you're a big five, then we don't care. So we do.
Yeah, but we just get the luxury of finishing last every year.
Okay, that's
so.
true. At least correct. None of these. The odds are.
I wish I could experience the thrill of a qualification.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Did the show end early? I don't think it ended early. It ended on time because they're usually just over 2 hours.
When does the Eurovision show?
Well, the
ever
results
finish
are
early?
very quick.
Yeah, but
What?
they
When does the Eurovision show ever finish early?
I know.
oh, but it was scheduled for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
they kept it
Yeah.
on time.
Yes, correct.
They are very strict on schedules, of
Oh
course.
God, yeah.
Yes. Sad for Malta, though. Derek York said should have been through instead of Serbia. I think Fernando would agree with that.
It's a matter of taste.
It's a meta. It's subjective,
I mean,
right?
I can't say I agree, I don't agree. The result, it is what it is.
Yes.
Now we look forward for the final, right?
Exactly. Am I crazy, or were the props a bit tilted in Moldova's and Swedish performances? I didn't notice anything. Tilted? Maybe it was your screen, because nobody here... No, I mean, like
was
your
the screen tilted?
The screen was tilted,
Yeah.
but now it looked perfectly fine here. How could it be tilted? It would be kind of weird. That wouldn't work. No, I think everything is okay as far as like the props were concerned. What do you think of the top 5 odds now? Norway fell a lot, and Lithuania about to be third. Anyone has any thoughts?
Lithuania about to be third.
Yes.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Do you think they're overreacting with Lithuania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
Although
riding a
if
bit.
she managed to pull it off, it would be probably one of my favourite Eurovision artists to win.
All right, really?
Yeah.
Like you're a big fan
I mean,
of?
the song probably, I'll pick my words carefully, but the song probably just isn't quite special enough to win.
Yeah.
I think, to me, deservedly, but you know, she's such a lovely artist, and there's fewer artists this year I'd be happy for more than Eva.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was a big surprise to me that Norway dropped right after he performed, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
So I wonder if people like those. A lot of people do the betting odds. They bet money, and then they don't even know the songs. They just
Yeah.
hear inside information, and then they actually watch it, and they're like,
And on the merit of him winning before, thinking, oh, it's him, so they bet on him.
Yeah.
due
But
to
the only thing is that you can't withdraw money from these bets, so people must be betting on other things.
Yeah.
yeah. Serbia was qualified first, and all the bets were off. I think that sums it up, right? Because that was our first reaction. This is going to be a crazy night. And of course, they're doing the results even faster than last year. It feels like it, because usually for the last one or two, they take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But this one was like bang, bang, bang. I had hardly time
Quite
to
the
really...
opposite of the Portuguese approach to things, really.
I know, right?
Yeah.
They're usually just like, oh, we'll figure it out eventually. Okay, how can they say they are announcing in a random order when it's obvious they don't? Well, they didn't say random. They said in no particular order. So it's slightly different. Of course, they have it said where there is some kind of rhyme or reason behind it. Especially this year, they definitely had a few more surprises. Well, although Serbia was a surprise and they put it first. But they wanted to set the tone, probably, there, huh?
Yeah.
It's either
Listen
first
very
or last.
carefully, yeah.
Like the surprise.
Yeah, I mean, if Russia would have qualified, they probably would have put Russia first. If Romania would have qualified, they probably would have put Romania first. So
Yes.
you kind of, I think I like it in a way when they do that because it keeps it interesting. I think as soon as Serbia came out, we all knew that this wasn't quite going to go to plan. Not that it's a bad thing for Serbia to qualify, but I think no one had it in our predictions as far as I'm aware.
One person.
Was it Stefan?
Yeah, Stefan.
Okay. Well, apart from Stefan,
Yeah.
no one had it in their predictions, so.
That
Well,
is true.
the odds didn't even have it in their predictions, so it's.
Okay. Who do you guys think was in 10th place? Okay, you all have to take a guess. Who was in 10th place? I'm actually going to go. It's easy to say Serbia now. It's a surprise, right?
It's definitely Serbia.
You think definitely?
Yes.
Netherlands.
You think the Netherlands will squeeze through? What do you think?
Serbia.
Yeah, I didn't predict the Netherlands, so I'll have to go with.
So it's between Netherlands and Serbia on our team.
Australia.
Yeah, or Australia. Yeah.
No, Australia was not in 10th
No.
place. I don't
No?
think that either.
I think
It's maybe just because with Australia we saw some rehearsals that were better than this.
Yeah.
I just
So
feel like-
I think we're affected
I
by
feel like
this.
from her performance today and her jury show last night,
Yeah.
I personally feel like she's actually quite lucky to be in the final.
Yeah, very.
Derek York is asking, who do you guys think won this semi though? He said probably. So I'm going to start with
Hungary.
you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to start with Sean first.
Hungary.
Norway.
Norway.
I want to be different. Sweden.
No, because I was going to say Sweden as well. I was between Sweden and Ukraine, but I think it's Sweden. I think Sweden just is. It's climbing in the odds. It just feels about it. So there you have it. That was our answer. And let's see if there are any more questions. We got that one. I wonder why Russia gives the credit to Yulia when she never sung a note alone. The backing did all the... Well, she sang it in the beginning alone,
She did the
didn't she?
verses alone.
Yeah, the verses for the most part at the beginning she did alone. And that's when she sounded fine, actually, there. It was just the uncomfortable chorus.
I think the backing singers actually did more harm than good with this performance, because I think, yes, she needed the support vocally, but I feel like they chose the wrong people to go with her, because they sort of drowned her out too much, and they weren't actually too terrific as singers.
Yeah.
In my mind, anyway.
Who do you think, another good question, was 11th? I'm going to start with you, Chris. Who was in 11th place? Who just missed out?
I think actually, I know, but I could see Russia actually coming 11th. I could still see her getting many votes.
Yeah,
so just enough to not get in.
Fernando?
I'm going to refuse to answer such question for obvious reasons.
Oh, so Malta is Fernando's answer. What's yours? Romania?
Same with Chris.
Russia. I'm going to say Romania as well, actually. I think that would be the one that... Yeah.
I feel like Russia was maybe 12, 13.
Could be Poland as well, but I just don't think... I think Poland really flopped.
Yeah, all Poland.
I think Poland flopped, actually. Because after this performance, I have a feeling it's just not enough. So everyone we're going to wait for the press conference, and we'll find out who's going to go where in what running order. Will Romania fix the national selection now? We know how disappointed you were. Oh, he's referring to me right now. I was very disappointed by the Romanian national final because they had 5 semifinals with 10 songs in each round, I think. And then the voting was such a mess. Because there were these 2 younger kids who were barely 16, and they got like all these votes from like schools where they went promote, and they almost won. And then everyone in Romania decided, okay, let's vote for the humans just to make sure that that other song won't win, because they see the votes on screen as they're coming in, basically, right? So you're being totally...
Lithuania does that as well.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you get. But then again, so I think they need to change it. I still believe, because in the semis, it was 100% jury vote, and in the finals was 100% televote. So...
It doesn't make sense.
I know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I hope there's going to be change, but I'm not the one to say, I don't know the Romanian people in the system well enough to come up with
It's such a shame. They have their biggest national final ever, and then it leads to their first non-qualification.
Yes, that is true.
In their how many years of Romania? Is it 100 years of
Of what?
Romanian independence or something?
I don't
like
even
that?
know. Don't ask me. I'm an American. I don't know. I don't.
It's some kind of centenary for
Yeah.
them, I think, this year.
Well, okay, next question. ESC fan, 2004. Who do you think are the contenders for the win now that we know all the finalists? FA, who do you think is the contender? The contender to win now it all. After now that we know everybody.
From the semi-final too, or just
Everything overall.
Cyprus?
Cyprus?
Yep,
Cyprus for you then as well?
they deserved it.
I am 100% on Cyprus for various reasons. Good song, good staging, 5 sexy ladies. After Jamal and Salvador, we need a good party song. I need a good success song.
Okay.
Cyprus have it all. And also, Cyprus can show that small countries can host Eurovision.
I actually think that she was riding on a high after the semi-final, and we all got a bit mesmerized. I just think that the jury votes will not carry her as high. I actually think that there will be a more break-even.
Yeah.
For one song and that will be France. I see France as a dark horse racing up.
Okay. Sean?
I'm going to have to say Hungary.
Oh.
I just have a real dark horse kind of feeling about Hungary. I like watching that performance. It was just mesmerising.
Really?
Yeah. I have the same concerns as Chris, is that I don't think the juries are going to give Cyprus the win.
Okay.
Other than that, I would have said Estonia, but it feels like, well, it seems like Estonia didn't impress people as much as I thought it would. So, I'm going to put my neck on the line. Probably going to be wrong, but I'd say Hungary.
Well, it's not your official answer yet, so yeah, you can still think it over.
I just have this strange gut feeling, and I'd absolutely love it to be right. But
Oh no, I mean, dude. Yeah. Number 1, I love the song. Number 2, Budapest is my favorite city. I've been there 3 times in 3 years. From California, I think that says a lot. What else do we have here? Question. Italy could also be a dark horse as France. France is not a dark horse. France is number 3 in the odds.
no, but yeah.
So that makes you basically a favorite.
I don't think France will do as well as people think it will.
I don't think so either, but we have to wait and see. But is Italy... I mean, if you know my top 10. I did a video about it. Italy's my top 10, right? I love the song. I would be too scared to predict a victory for them. I just don't see that happening. I could see the juries going for it. I can see the televoters going to it for a certain degree, but I just don't see anything more than like 7th or 6th place for them. What do you guys think?
For who?
Italy.
9th.
So
Somewhere around there, maybe.
I think they're definitely top 10. Absolutely.
Yeah, but not a winner.
But I don't think a winner, because when we're talking about this with politics, and I think the songs I think it's the best lyric wise, but I think also it's not really a catchy song. I would actually be crying if Italy wins. I would love them to win, but I would not love them to win with such a song as this one.
Yeah. Now that's a very interesting question by, I'm not going to pronounce it, because VXCBSD, BVSDB. Is Lithuania a dark horse or a favorite now? Technically, it's more of a favorite than a dark horse now. It used to be a dark horse, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a proper definition, but just based objectively, not even based like what we think is going to happen. I think they're no longer considered a dark horse.
Dark horse.
I would say, based on the fact that they were a dark horse going into the competition, I would say they're probably.
That is
still
fair.
are.
You don't lose that title anymore, because Austria was a dark horse in 2014, and yes, they were climbing up after the semi-final 2 performance. So it's only fair for them to keep.
Netherlands was still a dark horse in 2014. As well.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
So in that case, yes, I guess it's still a dark horse. Do you think that Hungary will get votes from the juries? We had talked about, actually, we think it's going to be more likely for juries to give them points, some of us.
I think they'll really appreciate the musicality of them, and they are a proper rock band,
Yes.
metal band. Sorry,
There's some crappy ones, and they would
five
recognize
guys
them.
who really are on the same wavelength as each other, and they put everything into every performance. I
Yes.
mean, these jurors, some of them are based in the rock industry. It's not just pop and ballads and things like that these guys are into. I mean, Sharon Den Ardel, I think, from Within Temptation, she's in the Dutch jury, for example. So there are jurors out there that would appreciate.
Yeah, and
this
Finland
kind of
often goes for that kind of music anyway. They like that
because
kind
it's
of
very Finnish music.
Yeah, Finnish music. So I can totally see that as well. So
And
they'll
obviously
get points.
Finland and Hungary have some kind of strange brotherhood together. So
I know.
Finland could give quite a lot to.
Yep,
Hungary
that
as
is
well.
true. Let's see. Has Jan Olasan said anything about Eurovision Asia? No.
No.
But it's not the EBU. It's the ABU. So Asia is not really their area of expertise.
Did the news not come from the EBU originally, though?
Initially so. They're partnered with it, of course, but ABU is running it. So I'm sure at some point there will be something, but we're not quite there yet. So I hope that now that Eurovision is not yet coming to a close, but in a couple of days, we get some more updates on that. Okay, let's see a few more questions here. I feel like most of the songs today were worse than in rehearsal, so disappointed. What do you think? Yes and no. Who do you think was worse in rehearsals?
Australia.
Australia.
I'm a big fan of Australia, but I have to say I should be objective.
Well, first one, obviously Poland. Poland was not good.
Definitely not good.
Poland was not good, and they did better in rehearsals.
And that's what slipped.
I thought
That's what I
Sweden
mean.
did worse today as well. I don't think he was as strong vocally as he has been.
I don't hear much. He doesn't really sing. I mean, he sings, but it's just in a specific tone, so I don't even notice it.
I would also say he
Sweden.
almost like talk sings.
Yeah, he talk sings.
There is a few of them where I don't feel like he's singing all through the song.
Yeah, he does, yes.
Because it's like no. It feels a bit more like talking. And I would also say he's not a strong vocalist. It's not like that we're sitting here being completely back.
He hasn't got a big voice.
He hasn't got a big voice, but I like what he's doing with his voice. He's doing good with what he has.
Oh,
got.
the press conference is about to start. It's going to get loud.
Also, Sweden had no problems, so he didn't need to give it 100%. He has tomorrow and Saturday, much more important.
Yep. Do you think that Russia will do everything in their power to take home the victory next year?
I think they have to.
Highly likely.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. We have to wait and see. They could be like all upset about it and be like, we're out. especially with the climate is going. I don't know. I have no idea with Russia. With Russia, you never know.
I think if they had drawn the card from saying we're pulling out, they would have done it last year.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing it now for not qualifying. And in a way,
They won't do it because they'll just look like sore losers.
yeah. And I think also, I felt so sorry for her. I felt like she was being exploited, and she was being used. I'm very happy for her now. It's over.
Yeah.
In a way, I feel relieved.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So they're going to bring in all the acts one after another. It's great that they're going to do that, come in and pictures rather than just bring them in, pick the numbers, and be done with it. So,
Hi Jen, yes, tomorrow we are going live. You can explain much more information.
yes, tomorrow we'll have the actual national finals, grand final. We're starting over. Grand final. Jury show tomorrow. 50% we'll have tomorrow already. I mean, we won't know. So yes, we'll have here our live stream. Be there or be square for that. Absolutely. Okay. What do you think Israel's odds are now? I think Israel is still in it.
Uh-oh.
What?
There's a screen behind you where the press conference is visible. You may want to turn your camera.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that will be picked up, but I'll move it just in case.
Sorry to interrupt.
There you go. No problem. You can hardly see it anyway. So I don't think Israel is out yet. I think Israel and Cyprus suffer from the same kind of prediction that we have, that the juries may not go for it, right? As much. So it comes down to what the televoters will like better. Anybody disagree with that or any other thoughts?
No, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the performance on the night, and they have to do it twice. Once
Yes.
for the jury, once for the televoters. And sometimes they really pick up when it matters, and we've just been let down by a few.
Yes, that is true. Germany is going so high in the odds. I saw that they were like 7th the last time I checked. We have to wait and see if that's going to change. Are you surprised all of a sudden that Germany is becoming a thing? Or you
I am, because it was shortening before we'd actually seen any performance on screen. So I'm not sure where that's come from. Whether people around Europe have just kind of heard whispers, I'm not too sure.
But I mean, we were also so sure that the big six, as we call them, would do well. They have good songs.
Yeah.
They're still to come. So I think sometimes we were riding on an early wave on what we think, but we can also base it on what we know now.
Yeah, but it's still climbing because Germany is they saw the clip, the whole thing is online now, and they still keep climbing.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It's just very interesting because Germany is France is number 4 right now because Lithuania is number 3, but still high, right? Germany is number 7, Italy is number 9. They're all really high up. Spain is dropping a little, 17th now.
And we don't need to scroll down any further than that, thank you.
Okay. Well, the good news is the United Kingdom is not last in the betting odds, so that's something.
But
I hope Germany will get 7th.
But I must say, with the three you just mentioned, like Lithuania, Germany,
Yeah.
and France, they were the three for me that were the best on the night at London Eurovision Party.
Yeah.
Germany nailed it. So I'm also thinking, when people see him on stage live, it will be a very different experience for them.
Comes down to who will win the people over most with the emotions.
Yeah, oh God,
Lithuania,
yeah.
Ireland, Germany, they could kind of like get from the same pool kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I do believe there's more room for one touching ballad, of course.
But also who seems, who do you believe in? Who seems not only likable, but also that you trust the message they come across with.
That's true. Do you guys think that the juries and the televoters will have a different winner like in 2016, Efe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if it's going to be like Israel, it's going to be a big difference, a huge difference between the juries and televotes.
Yeah.
So let's think about, for example, if the jury is winning, will be like Estonia, and the televoting winning will be like Israel, but the actual winner is going to be like Cyprus or something.
Yes.
So I believe that it's going to be the same way.
Going to have a 2016 repeat?
I think there'll be different winners for both.
Yeah.
I don't think. Because 2016, Ukraine was second in both.
Yeah.
I think whoever will win one of them,
Oh.
but not both.
Okay, kind of more like
first and
2015,
second.
like Salmalo, where he won.
First and second, yeah.
Yeah. Who was but only 3rd in the televote, so something like this.
Somehow, I have a feeling that a repetition of 2 years ago is going to happen.
So similar, so like a Jamala thing?
it's going to ripple back.
What do you think?
Well, I could see like Cyprus going all firing up on the televotes and drop a bit, and
Yeah.
and a bit the same with Israel as well.
Yeah.
But I think more like Hungary and France would be, or Germany could be the ones who would be more like 50-50 on the votes
Yeah.
that they get from both.
I am actually also thinking I want kind of an upbeat song to win this year.
Yeah.
You know, to switch it up.
We've had 2 slow songs in a row.
Yeah,
We
but
need
the
to-
thing is, we have good ballads this year, like jury likable kind of ballads. You know, whether it's Germany or Lithuania. So I am not afraid. I'm not saying afraid because you know the best song should win, but I can see a ballad in the end winning this whole thing only because the jury's putting it really high in the televoters, giving it enough to actually win. Like an Australia kind of situation to win. Even though Australia didn't win, they could have won if the televoters would have given Ukraine just 30 or 40 points less. You know, then Australia would have won. So it's possible you can finish 4th in the televote and still win this whole thing.
I'm also thinking, could Michael be the be Portugal? I mean, could Germany be Portugal?
dark, yeah.
Yeah, because of the story with his father. It's a very personal message. He made me weep like a baby.
Well, me too.
At
Not
London
like a
Eurovision,
baby,
but-
but
no, no, but
I didn't-
simply just yeah.
who do you guys think had the best vocal today? I'm going to go first. And this is maybe a weird answer, but I'm going to say Hungary. Because you don't think of it like the vocals, but the vocals were completely appropriate for that song, and he delivered it in such a way. It was so, like, I felt the emotion, the energy, because of the way he performed it. So I will say he nailed it. He nailed it.
Yeah. I have to say, other than Hungary, I thought Romania did really well as well. Even though they didn't qualify, I thought that there was a brilliant performance from
Yes.
them. So that's why I'm surprised that
Didn't go
they're
through.
out. Yeah.
Probably Borland. Who do you think had the best vocal performance?
Hungary.
Hungary as well. So coming from FA, like, what has happened to this world? Fernando, who do you think was?
I think Denmark.
Huh?
Denmark had very good.
Denmark had also a really good
Yeah,
vocal
yeah.
performance.
It was.
He was
spot
in it.
on.
It looked better than a long time. How about you?
I would say, of course, also Hungary, but I'm a very close second and nearly first place. Ukraine for me. I think he has really developed vocally a lot.
Yeah. So this is crazy, guys. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in. Like, we're all shocked. The press center was going crazy here as well. There are a bunch of Ukraine fans here, a bunch of Dutch fans. What other groups were represented here?
Poland.
Oh yeah,
I was sat with Team Poland. That
With
was
the
not
emphasis-
fun at the end.
the emphasis on sad. They're kind of gone.
Somehow we always end up sitting next to Poland.
Yes, it's like
Somehow.
it's a curse.
Maybe they search us out. Maybe they think we're a good luck charm.
Yes.
We won't see them next year, probably.
Yeah. Now, we had people were worried that we're not going to have ex-Yugoslavian countries this year. You know, I guess we're good to go, right? We got 2. So things changed. I think they're going to get. Neither of them will finish last. I think we're pretty confident. Who could finish last in the finals right now?
God.
I would say that, having looked at the odds, I think Serbia could be a potential.
I don't think so because they're going to get a lot of points from Montenegro. They're going to get points from the ex-Yugos. That will be enough just to keep them off the bottom spot. I don't know how they could finish last. Now, they could finish easily from like 20th place or something like that. Because I remember, and it really made me mad in 2016, I forgot her name, the lady who represented Serbia in 2016.
Sanja Vucic.
Yeah, Vucic.
Yeah.
She flopped with the televoters big time, right? But she got like 5 12-pointers or 6 12-pointers from like friends or friendly voters for Serbia. And also he was like 12th place in the televoters just because of those big numbers. So that's why I don't think Serbia will finish
Bit of
last.
an outside shot, just because it's one that a lot of people will probably forget. And have you got the final list there? We could take a look. If you refresh.
Yes.
I'm just having a quick look. See, part of me is wanting to say maybe Austria, just as a song that people might forget. I know you like it. But
No, but not just
in a
because of
field
me.
of 26, and if he doesn't get a very good, I know he's in the first half. If he
Yes.
doesn't get a very good draw,
You think the
You
juries
never
will
know.
probably allow? Could be like a make-makes kind of situation.
but I think in my head I'm probably going to say that it will be the UK. I'm just trying to find people who could finish. But I think it probably will be the UK. But it could be Austria. It could be
You probably
Serbia.
think
I could see the UK getting a few points from the juries. So
from
I'm
Malta. Malta will never forget the UK.
I have to say UK as well at this point. But I have to watch the entire run through the first dress rehearsal tomorrow to just get a
It
feel.
all depends because we've got to wait now. Obviously, a couple of probably till about 3 in the morning European time
Yes.
before we get any kind of running order. So
Yes.
we'll have to see.
We have to wait and see. So I'm not counting out UK. It's kind of sad to say. I'm not counting them out yet not to come last. It's not a great spot to do kind of thing. But I think the juries may give them a few points. What do you think, FA? Who would be last? Could be.
I was thinking about UK, but look at this one. No. And then
Is there a semi-finalist that could be, or another finalist? Could it be? I don't know.
I feel like Serbia is most highlights you have like a little point. I'm not sure about
What, from everybody?
not from everybody.
But overall,
It's gonna be so low.
I honestly think it's Albania who's going
Albania?
to finish last.
But think about a Jew.
No, I think the juries will give
Albania. No,
half
they
the
get
points.
24 points already from Macedonia, right? Already have 24 points most likely there, and they'll get points from other countries.
But Macedonia will give points to Serbia.
Yeah, but even if they give 10 or
I'm-
12,
I'm-
yeah. But it's Albania. Come on, it's Albania. They
The
get-
only thing that makes me think it would probably be like someone like Serbia or Albania would be, in such a strong final. Yes, the ex-Yugoslav countries will give it points, but who else will?
Yeah. Or it could be.
Who else will have it in their top 10s?
Yeah. It could happen that we get a 2011 repeat where everyone had almost like 40 or 50 points. Even with the old system. You know what I mean? So imagine getting like 30 points from one group and then another 30 from the other group. There you have 60 points and you still finish last.
But it could be like 2015 where there was like 8 songs that got points from everybody and then everyone else was just fighting for scraps, and that's why the points were so low for everyone.
Yeah, that is true.
So it could be like that.
I could see it happening. This is going to be nerve-wracking. And now watch Saturday we have like a landslide winner and we all talk, what's going to be so close? You never know. The juries, one thing about the juries is people complain, sometimes they do surprise us. Like we didn't think that this song would be this high up with them. And
Moldova last year.
Moldova last year.
Oh yeah.
Like really high. And it's
Is it like 5th or 6th for the juries last
yeah.
year?
So who would have thought, right? So they can go for the gimmick song, if you will. Imagine them putting Israel 4th or 5th place, and then, or like Cyprus, or whichever you want to use, and then the Talbots give it a landslide victory. It can happen. It absolutely can happen. What else? Any other thoughts or comments before? I know you guys are all watching the press conference right now, so we're gonna head out.
So I have uploaded our reaction semi-final to
Well, not our reaction, but the press conference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upload
No.
our reaction
from the
Yeah,
press
the press
center.
center.
from the press center. I have
Yes.
our team's reaction. I'm gonna upload that after this particular. Again, tomorrow is very important that you tune in because it's the grand final jury show.
Already.
Yeah, and the next day it's a show. That's what 50% of the votes will be decided.
Can I just say, it's so fun because they've got Serbia, Moldova, Hungary, all as the first 3.
Yes.
And like 3 big groups where they're just all kind of standing on the stage, crowded in the press
Yes, that
conference.
is
It looks
true.
quite funny.
Thank God that Romania didn't qualify. Imagine them being right next to them. That would have been like, no, thank God, like I'm not glad, but I'm just saying, or at least not right next to them. That is true. That is funny. So, so we'll be back tomorrow with the live stream. And of course, more videos because we now got to do a lot of work, predictions, impressions, doing news. So we'll find out. So thank you again for tuning in, everyone. We'll be back and have a good night. And congratulations to those who are happy and those who are not happy with the qualifiers. Sorry, but don't get mad at us. We didn't do anything. I didn't even vote. So have a good night. I'll see you all soon.
Good night.